Hello, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. I'm your host, Susanna Oktay. For our top stories, university tuition fees will not be increased this year. Competency Center opened for construction students to advance training. Paralympic athletes head to Tokyo to compete. For other news, stay tuned. The Ministry of Health reported that 1,841 new COVID-19 cases were confirmed nationwide in the past 24 hours, and one more person has died. The death toll has reached 892 in Mongolia.
As of today, 1,841 new cases were confirmed. 1,591 patients recovered within the past 24 hours. Sadly, one person died due to COVID-19 complications. One new case was imported. 535 were confirmed in Ulaanbaatar, and the remaining 1,305 in the provinces. Among the 10,253 COVID-19 patients being treated at hospitals, 5,813 are showing mild symptoms of illness, and 180 are in critical condition. Additionally, 9,768 patients are being treated at home.
With the start of the general entrance exam, universities are finalizing their admissions procedures. Every year, tuition fees come to the attention of parents. For this year, the ministry has instructed universities not to increase tuition fees.
In this report, we highlight the University of Education and the Mongolian University of Science and Technology. Mongolian University of Science and Technology plans to enroll more than 5,000 students in 142 majors. They will be admitted from the 24th to 27th of this month. Tuition fees have not changed in the last 2 years. The average student fee is 2,700,000 Mongolian tugruk.
For this school year, we have approved a calendar. The new school year will begin on August 13th. However, on August 30th, only sophomores and above will start taking online classes. As for enrollment, this year it will be online as it has been for the last 3 years. Therefore, we believe that first-year students will likely study in classrooms from September 13th.
It has been announced that the curriculum will run as normal from September 13th onwards, while starting on August 30th. There are still many questions as to whether tuition fees will change if the classes are held online. The Mongolian University of Science and Technology has announced that it will not increase tuition fees. At the University of Education, about 20% of all students who take the entrance exam are enrolled in 49 majors. For them, online classes will start from September 1st and classroom training will start from September 13th.
There is a rule that 2 entries in the specialty of the entrant must have a score of 480 or higher. According to this regulation, the school will develop a regulation and start enrollment. I understand that this year we will have classes in classrooms, and in any case, the first week will be spent online, and some of the lectures will be taught online. Other seminars will be held in the classroom. Our tuition fees have not changed in the last 2 years. During the COVID-19 pandemic, students had to study online for the past 2 years. Starting this fall, we have decided that we will not increase tuition fees at state-owned universities.
The average tuition fee at the University of Education is 2,340,000 Mongolian tugruk. Students who paid for their dormitory fees last year will be able to get their tuition refunded at their request and will be able to transfer it to this year's dormitory fees.
The Construction Polytechnic College has opened a competency center for their students. Now construction students can have advanced training at their school.
The curriculum of the vocational students consists out of 30% theory and 70% hands-on. Due to the lack of training facilities and equipment, construction students had to find companies and factories to complete their training. By opening the Competency Center, the Construction Polytechnic College is now allowing their students to have training based on the latest methods and technology.
The Competency Center is providing students with the latest equipment. When students join the workforce, their skills will be adequate for modern requirements. The government is planning to build a large-scale oil refinery and other facilities. We need a skilled workforce who can be part of these construction projects. Therefore, practical training programs are crucial for students to prepare them from real jobs and connect them with the construction industry.
The Competency Center was established with a long-term soft loan provided by Asian Development Bank. Experts say that with such training centers, the construction workforce can be prepared locally.
Herders in Hot Province have created mountain passes using their own efforts. Now they are aiming to develop tourism in their area.
This pass was created by the Good Pasture user group in 2008. A total of 12 households joined together. It was a huge undertaking, and a single family could never achieve this. All the large boulders were removed in creating this pass.
Since the early 1990s, when households started owning private livestock, joint activities of herders have been becoming less. In Dotsum of Hot Province, herders have united under the pasture users group and have been working together for their local development. Now they are aiming to develop herder-based tourism in their area. As for now, 4 tourist destinations have already been created around some beautiful natural scenery in Dotsum. Local residents have planned a 1-week travel journey across these destinations.
This beautiful place is called Tatsenburgde. Currently, you are standing about 2,500 meters above sea level. We, the herders, are the residents of this beautiful nature. By joining under the same vision and dream, we are making efforts to improve our livelihood and to make the future brighter for the next generation.
Herders of Dotsum are becoming an inspiration as to how local residents can change and refine their livelihood by uniting under the same vision.
And here's the currency exchange rates provided by Mongsbank. In 2021, the Mongolian 3x3 basketball team made it to the Olympic Games. As 3x3 basketball is getting more popular among the youth, a commercial bank in Mongolia has initiated to build 3x3 basketball courts in all 21 provinces.
Being inspired by the recent achievement of Mongolian 3x3 basketball players, Hambank has decided to build 3x3 basketball courts in all 21 provinces and in 3 remote districts of Ulaanbaatar. The first 3x3 basketball court was completed in Tu province.
These days, many young people are very interested in 3x3 basketball. We're thankful for this initiative of establishing basketball court, which is taking place at the right moment.
These days, more and more individuals and entities are putting their efforts in developing team sports in Mongolia. The company is planning to finish building all those basketball courts in October.
The Mongolian Paralympic team has left for Tokyo, the capital of Japan, to participate in the Paralympics. The 16th Summer Paralympics will be held in Tokyo from August 24 to September 5th.
A total of 4,400 athletes will compete in about 540 categories in 22 sports, and 11 athletes from Mongolia will take part in the sport festival. Sharafjamts, the head of the Mongolian Olympic Committee, said that Mongolia is unique in that it is sending the largest number of athletes in its history and is hoping for at least 3 medals. Ichtuya and Boltorirtu will compete in Para Taekwondo. 2019 World Champion and Rio 2016 bronze medalist, honored athlete of Mongolia, Sotnum Pilche will compete in Powerlifting, Mukhwatri in Para-Archery, Gambatri in Parachuting, Sarultuks and Ihmantla in Athletics, and Mukhwat in Judo. Badminton and Taekwondo have been replaced by yachts and football at this year's Paralympics. Mongolian athletes will represent their country at the 16th Summer Paralympics in 6 sports: Para-Judo, Taekwondo, Archery, Shooting, Athletics and Weightlifting.
Esports are included in the program for the next 2022 Asian Games that will be hosted in Hangzhou, China. Behind this decision of giving such space to esports, there is the deep belief that digital sports can add extra value to the Asian Games.
This is a demonstration sport at the Asian Games.
If you take a look at the previous appearance of esports in the Asian Games event, you'll notice that esports worked as a demo event at the 2018 Games in Jakarta, while they became a medal sport at the 2019 Games in the Philippines. The Asian Electronic Sports Federation has signed a memorandum of understanding to bolster preparations for esports at the Asian Electronic Sports Federation Game Title Selection Pool program for future esports events. The document was agreed upon with the Game Ratings and Administration Committee of South Korea and came into effect on July 29th and will be enforced for the next 3 years. Asian Electronic Sports Federation is organizing the esports event at the 2022 Asian Games, and the Memorandum of Understanding will be pivotal in deciding which titles will become part of the competition. Through the agreement, the GRAC will share its knowledge and act as a reference for the evaluation of all games for the AACF Game Title Selection Pool program. The evaluation process will focus on the suitability of the game for use in esports in accordance with established criteria for game contents assessment. GRAC Chairman Lee Jae-hong: "We are very excited to be part of this initiative, which plays a huge role in ensuring the integrity of esports at future competitions. Esports have experienced massive growth in Asia through official participation in various sporting events. It featured as a demonstration game at the 2017 Asian Indoor and Martial Arts Game and at the 2018 Asian Games in Jakarta. In 2019 at the Southeast Games in Manila, esports were included as a medal sport. The memorandum continues as esports will feature as an official medal sport at the 2021 Asian Indoor and Martial Arts Games in Thailand and the 2022 Asian Games in Hangzhou, China."
As the sole authority
And here is the weather forecast for the world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you on Monday with more stories and updates. Please follow MNB World on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a nice weekend. Goodbye.